and resend all that garbage.
Crash.
Stream crashed. Ooh.
Oh no. Yeah, let us know when we're back on. That's not good. Aaron, what's the news? Like, are we on?
Wait, yeah, I think you guys are on.
Okay. Yes, Toronto sends Pateflo into PURDUE. I believe they're intending to lose this set so that they can take control of the next two and probably send Clear Sky into Sable, or I believe Solace, and also Luke into Hyperlink. They're trusting that their last two matchups can be wins, and if they are correct on that, then they'll win the match. So Pateflo is taking the sacrifice here in round 3 in order to secure counterpick for the last two sets. I'll pass it back.
Right, and hopping into this warm-up, Blue with just a quick TKI build. Pateflo is a little bit behind, kind of seems to be playing defensive, and it's going to get spiked up a good amount by Blue.
As Pateflo was in a bit of trouble there at the top of the board, but now misdrops the eyepiece, finds the Tetris, and they're all good now. As Blue, slowly creeping up to the top of the board, is now in some trouble of themselves. Gets to the well.
Now it looks like Blue is the one under pressure. Pateflo sending a good amount right now. Blue doesn't have the greatest stack, is a little bit cheesed up though, is finding some really nice solutions, and is going to be just fine getting out of this.
Yeah, even though Blue has a 1 pieces per second difference, it can be a big change in game pace just like that. As Blue does take the warm up, as Pateflo was giving up a good fight with that warm up, and we can now see what will happen for the remainder of the 14 games for this round.
Alright, we should be hopping right into it. Again, Blue definitely very favor here, but Pateflo good to take any points that they can. Every point does matter here. Once again, the score of the match will be determined by the total sum of points for each team.
As both players start off with TKI, Pateflo misdrops the T-piece. As Blue has some more wiggle room, finds Tetris, is now has another open well for the 9 back-to-back surge. As Pateflo was dealing with a bit of lag there while stacking, and couldn't downstack in time to break the surge or to get more attack going. Now Pateflo dealing with a bit of a misdrop there.
Now we just have Pateflo trying to make this downstack work. Doesn't have, once again, just kind of not great pieces, nor a good board state. Blue putting on the pressure, just so much for Pateflo to deal with, and it's just it's a quick 2 lead for Blue.
Yeah, Pateflo almost had the perfect opportunity to downstack, but Blue was giving too much pressure for Pateflo to deal with.
A great combo downstack here from Blue, but Pateflo finds an even better one to keep themselves alive. Though the OP's misdrop might not bode well. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Blue takes another quick round there, up 3-0. Just Pateflo had a great downstack, but just really couldn't find the total way out. Blue too much pressure.
Yeah, but Potato Flow with trying to deal with the amount of pressure that is given, but can't really do too much about it, as there's another S misdraw. It can't get to a solve in time, as Blue slowly pulling away with the 4-0 lead, but it cannot be the end of it, as we've seen comebacks happen.
Very big counter spike here from Potato, waiting with that C-spin in the middle. Interesting J placement, has to compromise on the next couple of pieces, and now it's going to continue into this downstack pressure. Blue, though, surviving expertly here. Great downstack and defense. It's a big spike over back to Potato, and does he find his way out of this?
Potato Flow could get a potential solve, but not too much going on. Blue is just applying so much pressure after pressure, playing at 3 pieces per second. Potato Flow cannot keep up long enough.
And yeah, once again, we just have Potato on the defense right now. Big spike over from Blue. It's kind of what you expect from a player this much higher in TR. It's a great defense though from Potato, keeping himself alive in this match. And is going to find an okay downstack, is going to keep going, but once again, it's on Blue to send the pressure and make this kill happen. Or will it? It's a great counter spike from Potato, actually. Is it enough? It's almost there. It's okay. There we go. Potato getting on the board. Takes a round.
Potato Flow now denies the sweep against Blue. It would now be the best way to see if they can capitalize this pressure and potentially extend the lead for University of Toronto.
It's a bad misshot at the top here for Potato. Denies an eyepiece, but it's just so far. And that's going to be Blue on a quick match point.
Potato Flow kind of playing the stalling game, trying to figure out what to place. And it gets the misdrop. Can't clutch in time, and Blue will win 7-1. Almost had an opportunity as Potato Flow almost had an opportunity, but was just stalling a bit too much with their TPs, which caused a bit of a misdrop, which led to what looked like a fractal setup, but it wasn't exactly at the right time. It was a bit too high on the board.
I believe that's a good, that's going to be UBC winning, and that will give UOFT the next 2 matches in counter pick. So is Annex more on that? How does this affect the draft?
Yes. UBC is up now, which means UOFT can't afford to just, win one set and call it a day. But they are definitely still advantaged here, I think, despite being down on points, because they can now position Clear Sky into Solace and I believe Luke into Hyperlink, which on paper should be 2 wins for them. With that being said, these 2 matches definitely are possible upsets, and UBC is not out of the picture now. They just need to win one of these sets, or at least by at least 1 point, I think, over the other team.
Yeah, so definitely, once again, UBC is definitely still in this, and that's once again why this match was kind of expected to be really close. It's 2 very powerful teams here, and it looks like we'll be having Hyperlink out here from UBC, the 21.5 U rank.
As UBC now pulls out their U rank, we're gonna have to see what UOFT would like to play.
Yes, they sent out Luke as expected. They're attempting to get wins on both these sets, and if they manage to do that, UOFT will be winning this match. But again, these are possible upsets. Hyperlink put on an amazing performance against UCLA last week, and it's possible we'll see that again now.
Yeah, honestly, the play of a lot of the U ranks in this CTL season, as well as just U ranks in general, has been really kind of insane. It's gotten so much better since season 1. U ranks are now, definitely able to make some waves happen, and we have seen this before several times. A lot of upsets from U ranks against X ranks in all the CTL rounds before this.
Yeah, even though that there may look like there's a lot of U ranks, there can still be a lot of upsets against the X ranks, and this can be something very dangerous for Luke to maybe overlook Hyperlink, and Hyperlink can give Luke a run for the money.
Alright, we should be heading into our warm-up. Once again, let's just see how these two players will do against each other. We expect Luke here to be much faster and with the one putting on the pressure as the higher ranked player, of course, but Hyperlink has once again made upsets happen.
As Luke sends the first bit of garbage, Hyperlink is ready for a fight.
Now we have Luke here, a little bit on the defensive end. Now just going to get into a big 2-11 spikes. Hyperlink canceling pretty well though. Is going to keep himself alive. Now just going to open up the stack once again. And then Luke has a really interesting board. Gets a great S-spin down stack fix though. And is going to be back in business real soon, putting on the pressure. Hyperlink pushed all the way to the top.
As Luke had a good combo there to help fix his board. As now Hyperlink is now in a bit of trouble here and can't find a down stack in time, and Luke will take the warm up. We can now see who will be able to get the better opportunity, and I'm saying Luke can have a better way to move on with this. But Hyperlink can give a good run for the money and put up a fair fight.
Alright, hopping right into it. Hyperlink actually putting on a good amount of pressure here. Luke having to kind of just cancel that though isn't a massive surge advantage as a result. And yeah, that's just a quick one for Luke. Hyperlink getting a little bit too aggressive there, and Luke finding the good counter spike.
Yeah, Hyperlink obviously wants to have a great start to this game by sending a lot of attack, but Luke found an opportunity to say no, that this attack is all mine. It gives Hyperlink to the top of the board.
Okay, now we have Luke once again with a big surge advantage. He's already at 7. Hyperlink needs to find some sort of counterplay here. Normally what you would want to do in these kinds of situations is send over a big spike to force them out, but it looks like Luke will break, but Hyperlink might be okay. Oh no, but that J misdrop.
Oh!
It's too much.
The J misdrop may have mistaken it for the L, but that did not help them much at all, and it was potential for a good down stack.
Okay, now we have Hyperlink, the one with a bit of surge, sends it over. Luke, though, also just going to break in response, has this TST set up into a nice donation here. Oh, but misdrops the eye. This could prove problematic if Hyperlink can capitalize.
Oh, and Hyperlink in a bit of trouble there. Luke sending a lot of pressure. Luke now taking the 3-0 lead.
Right, we have Luke here starting off with a DT. Oh, actually looked like a DT can, ends up converting it into just a 7-2. Hyperlink with the bad T misdrop. This could just be it for Luke if they can find the pressure. doesn't look like it's enough though, and I think Hyperlink is getting out of this.
Luke, with a bit of a misdrop there on the fractal, can't pull it off. Has to find a fix for it.
And now we have Luke here. Oh, with the bad eye misdrop, and that's going to be Hyperlink taking their first round. Great stuff there, just capitalizing on the misdrop. Luke just really unfortunate there.
Luke finding a good center well going with some all spin going. As Hyperlink gets the right stride going, has a crazy well open.
Want to put on the pressure, Luke right now needs to kind of find the way out of this. It's a good T-spin donation. And it's going to be able to just open up this well, I believe. Hyperlink surviving though, doing just fine, and actually has a great stack. Oh, the elbow.
As Luke is still playing it calm at the middle of the board. Hyperlink trying to figure out what to do with their board state to not get any sudden jump scares, as Luke has a good spot with the well to the TSD to the Tetris, finds another TSS.
Oh, it's a big strike over. Yeah, Luke though keeping themselves alive and now putting Hyperlink really high up. I think both players though should be fine getting out of this position. He does have the surge advantage though. It ends up breaking it, but I think Hyperlink is going to be just fine once again. It's great survival from both players.
Great survival on Luke's end, but couldn't get down fast enough. Hyperlink was applying a bit too much pressure, and Luke couldn't get to the well just in time, making it a 3-2 lead still for Luke.
We have Luke with the DT cannon, just canceling a lot of what Hyperlink is sending over, and now choosing to wait a second. Wants to tank some garbage Mage B, and is going to convert this into a bit of a downstack combo. The Hyperlink doing just fine for themselves. It's going to be alive, finds a creative spin solution, and Luke kind of just getting caught out here, not in a great position, and Hyperlink will tie it back up to 3-3. An incredible performance from the U rank so far.
Yeah, the Hyperlink is applying a lot of pressure, which is throwing Luke off guard, and now Luke is gonna still have to try and find a way to make sure that this pressure isn't getting too much for him, and so UOFT can still get points for this game.
Right, now Luke just finding some really creative T-spin donations. Hyperlink struggling a little bit here. Has some okay pieces, but misdropping the S. That's going to be Luke once again taking the lead. It's a quick round there just due to an unfortunate misdrop from Hyperlink. We'll see if Luke can keep it up or if Hyperlink can continue to make this upset happen.
Yeah, Hyperlink now having the Ace Surge. Now at 10. Luke's in at the middle of the board. Gets a good defense going.
Yeah, it's like good defensive play from Luke right now, dealing with the surge really well into this big cheese over to Hyperlink. Hyperlink doesn't have great pieces once again. Kind of caught in a bad spot. Needs the eye. Does get it barely in the nick of time though, but needs so much more. Is actually getting though, doing just fine. It's going to live all that pressure from Luke.
And now Luke sending the 20 surge.
It's okay. It's great downstack once again from Luke. Keeping themselves alive. Hyperlink wanted to send over some more pressure, but misdropping and is now just forced to break now on the back foot. Doesn't have good board state just yet. It's costing Hyperlink so much time, and Luke though doesn't really find themselves in the position to exploit this. And now it looks like both players are in a somewhat even position.
Yeah, as Luke is sending a lot of pressure out at the bottom of the board, Hyperlink gonna have to deal with some of the garbage. Finds the down stack.
A lot of misdrops from Luke though, having to just break the third, deal with a lot of that homegrown cheese, and now once again just going to both players in an even position, neither one too precarious. Hyperlink actually some poor stacking, but actually managing to find their way out, and is now the one putting on the pressure. Luke has a little bit of surge built up, and is actually going to continue it. So Hyperlink is, yeah, just low on the board. Kind of seems to just be waiting. Yeah, we have Hyperlink here just kind of skimming out at the top here. Luke, once again, just canceling a lot of the cheese from Hyperlink. Both players very defensively inclined, it looks like, for the moment. And, yeah, kind of just working their way through the center of the board. Bad misdrop of the eye from Hyperlink, though.
As both players now proceed to margin time, Hyperlink broke their 5 surge, and now we have a lot of cheese on Luke's board. Looks like that it's Swiss cheese.
Alright, now big counter spike here from Hyperlink, looking to make their way, well, not a counter spike, just a cancel of this pressure from Luke. And now we have Luke. Slight misdrop of the L piece, though. He's going to find a nice J-spin to fix. Hyperlink needs this S-spin, taking a second to get it through, and doesn't have great piece sequence afterwards to follow up. Is alive barely for now, but I don't think it's enough.
Hyperlink was so close to staying alive. They were just about getting the right pieces in time, but Luke was still sending so much pressure that it didn't really matter too much.
Right, and now we just have Luke with the good cut copy setup, choosing to kind of just hold it for a second, and just going to build up some nice surge. Hyperlink, oh, the L placement. Oh, this is fatal. Surely it's fatal. Yeah. A quick match point here from Luke already, up 6-3. Hyperlink needs to find some more rounds here. The UBC needs everything they can get. Now we have just Luke kind of backing in the middle here, finding their way through some of that pressure, and Hyperlink has a little bit of back-to-back built up. It's a great spike from Luke, but Hyperlink, now the one finding the pressure, the great fractal setup, at playing 3 PPS there to keep himself alive on match point. It's great stuff from Hyperlink, once again.
Now Hyperlink going for the DT cannon. Completes the opener, and Luke is now at the middle of the board with all the garbage. Sends it right back. Hyperlink's in a bit of trouble here. Has the well open.
That's a big send over from Hyperlink. Luke with the great copy setup, breaking their surge to continue the cancel. And is going to go to down stack this a little bit cheesed up. Should be okay.
Hyperlink had such a perfect well open as Luke was dealing with so much cheese. If Hyperlink sent it all at once, Hyperlink would have probably gotten the point for that round.
It's a big send over from Luke right now. Hyperlink, though, doing great here to find these survival decisions. Is it going to happen one more time? Does Hyperlink have one more miracle?
There it is. Ooh. Hyperlink was so close to swinging over the T-piece, but the game said no, and Luke will take this win 7-4.
It was a it was the expected result, but Hyperlink putting on a great performance nonetheless, battling up over like almost 2,000 TR. So just great stuff from Hyperlink.
Yes, that's right. Our last matchup is going to be between Clear Sky from UOFT and Sable or Solace from UBC. Due to this 7-4 win from Luke, this means that I believe Solace needs to win by 7-5 or better in order for UBC to take the win here. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle, but it is possible.
Yeah.
I believe Solace is a pretty high variance player from what I've heard, and Clear Sky definitely needs to keep things consistent and prevent this possible upset from happening. Solace says that he needs to go to the bathroom, so it looks like we might be waiting a little bit for this match.
Well, I guess in the meantime we can just talk about, well, I mean, yeah, UOFT definitely still favored in this match, but I guess we can just see, I think it would be interesting to see how Purdue is kind of watching this to go. I think Purdue has an interesting matchup against both teams just for different reasons, because UOFT's team composition gives them like higher ranked players in the top end, but also some lower players than Purdue on the other end. While if UBC ended up coming out of this, it would be a lot more of an even balanced team versus another very even and balanced team. So it's definitely something that's interesting to watch out for. Okay, and I believe, yeah, we're just waiting on players, so.
And that will be it for me. I'm going to be swapping out with Zaynix for commentary. Thank you for having me, and good luck to the rest of the players.
Alright, yeah, thank you, it's that guy, and I hope you enjoy your food.
Thank you. Sorry if I said it wrong.
It's fine. No biggie, I don't value the pronunciation of my name that much. Yeah. Enjoy your food. Goodbye.
Thank you. See you.
Alright then, Zaynix, welcome. Yeah, I mean, you've already been commentating, kind
Yes.
of. But welcome
Yes.
back. We're just
So
waiting on
Solace
Solace.
is in the bathroom. How do you feel coming into this matchup? Because I think Clear Sky has been previously known as Kiwi Anime, has been a mainstay of CTL for quite a few years now, playing on the UOFT team. He's played in the playoffs matches of previous years, and Solace is new this year, but is quite well integrated into the community. Are you familiar with their playstyles?
Playstyle, well, unfortunately I'm not high enough to play them in TL. So I think I have seen, well, at least just from like reading their stats, I think it should be somewhat relatively close. So Clear Sky definitely the faster player here with, like higher APM and whatnot, but I think it should be actually close enough to where Solace can realistically win this. It's only currently about a 400 TR difference, and honestly at these ranks, if you're just having a good day, like you can kind of make anything happen. So I think Solace can actually, like, it definitely has a really solid shot here. And has a good shot of putting UBC into the next round, honestly. It's just up to Clear Sky to find the gameplay to put UOFT ahead.
Yes. And it looks like we'll be starting with the warm-up quite shortly. Solace is back and ready to play. He says in chat that he thinks Kiwi smells, or I guess Clear Sky. And then Kipuru translates that to good luck, have fun.
Solace was looking at their gacha dailies, but did actually manage to finish those up. So hope the gachas went well. And now hopping into this warm up, we'll get a glimpse at what these players can do. Solace here with the quick SKBC setup, so it seems to have misdropped it. And Clear Sky is just now building up the surge with this great LST stack from what it looks like into a big surge build already.
Explosive gameplay over there with a very fast LST. Solace is able to survive for a bit here. and Clear Sky no longer in that powerful 2-7 stack.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick one for the warm-up. Clear Sky taking it. Definitely showing why they're the higher ranked player. A lot more pressure and APM coming from Clear Sky. It'll be up to Solace to kind of be able to manage that and find great counter spikes or just great timings on, like, you know, when Clear Sky might misdrop or just like just finds himself in a bad board state or even gets too greedy. Anything can happen. And so, but it'll be Clear Sky the one putting on the pressure from what it looks like. All right, should be hopping right into it. It looks like Solace will be doing a shot of a certain liquid that is produced from potatoes, I believe. So I'm not sure if we can say that on stream, but
both players starting off with LST openers that have to break early.
yeah, just a bad misdrop there from Solace. Clear Sky finding just the quick pressure sequence and just, you know, just didn't misdrop, which is the big difference. Solace needs to clean it up a little bit. Should be okay here. And once again, going into this STBC-esque setup, Clear Sky once again with the LST. It's a great, interesting opener matchup here. One more consistent, but one with the big spikes. And oh, it's a big send over. Clear Sky just takes another one quickly. Solace once again just finding themselves caught in a bad position near the top of the stack. And yeah, okay, we have Clear Sky now with the MKL. Solace once again with this reliable STBC spin, and it's just going to kind of cancel what Clear Sky has been sending. Clear Sky though already with 6 back-to-back, and the surge is coming. Is Solace going to be able to deal with it? The J misdrop though. Oh yeah, that's too much. So once again, it's another one from Clear Sky. It's a quick 3-0 lead.
Clear Sky's getting off quite a lot of powerful early game spikes, and Solace is kind of struggling against them, not able to counteract this quick surge buildup. And there it is again, Clear Sky up on surge, but Solace is also building it now.
Right, now we have the surge advantage. Actually, it was a tie from both players. Both forced to break, but Clear Sky with the better follow-up. It's a quick 4-0 lead. Solace is kind of getting like really dominated here. Clear Sky has been playing amazingly so far.
Solace has been, yeah. Definitely, you can see the pressure of the set on Solace's board with all these misdrops. He knows his team is relying on him to take this win, and it's definitely a difficult position to be in.
Yeah, as a player who's been in a number of tournaments, yeah, you can definitely... The pressure's a real thing, and it can affect your gameplay. Let's just hope Solace can, you know, recombobulate a little bit. Clear Sky now just kind of just looking for these T-spins in the middle here. Solace here, just really low on the stack as well. Neither one in too much of an attacking position, just feeling out each other in this mid game. And it looks like Solace was able to just break their surge a little bit. Oh, Clear Sky pushed all the way up, and that's going to be a round for Solace. Finally getting on the board.
Yes. Perhaps this will be a sign of things to come. Solace does still need to get 6 more rounds to win this, and specifically prevent Clear Sky from getting 2 more. So it is definitely an uphill battle, but this is not over.
Yeah, I could definitely still go UBC's way here. Clear Sky with the STSD setup on the left into this 10 surge. So breaks it into kind of just nothing there. Solace is going to be just fine. It's going to continue to stack their way through this. And it's now just going to work their way down a little bit. Clear Sky waiting for a second there to cancel. And neither player in too bad of a position. It's just a cancel from both sides, and it's pretty much dead even.
Solace kind of cheesed up here, which could be dangerous with this surge advantage on Clear Sky's board. And there it is, it's popped. Difficult down stack here. Solace loses the round, and Solace can no longer let Clear Sky get any more rounds for UBC to remain in the tournament.
Yeah, that's a very challenging 6 in a row that Solace would need. Great fractal setup though. It's a good amount of pressure. Clear Sky doesn't seem to really know what to do for a second. Break surge, but oh, the team misshot. Wait, this is Solace's opportunity. Just take it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay, that's one of the 6 that Solace needs, keeping UBC heads above water barely.
Yes, 5 more rounds.
Okay, it's the SDBC spin once again from Solace, the old reliable, into a good spike. Clear Sky, though, is going to be able to deal with it just fine. Going to continue to work their way through this stack. And Solace much lower, though, yeah, both players seem relatively even.
Solace with a bit of cheese on his board. It's going to be hard to build Surge on this board, I believe.
It's a, ooh, desperate skims at the top here. It's a, oh, it's a barely in the nick of time there, Solace, keeping...
Yes. But the
UBC
Surge advantage is
alive.
here. Solace barely alive quite yet again. And that's another round.
Yeah, it's one more, Solace. Like 4 more to go here. It has to be a nerve-wracking position.
Yeah, for Clear Sky too, though.
Yeah, you can actually see that misdropping the SDPC opener. This is a big opportunity for Solace. Clear Sky though doing okay here and managing to find the down stack.
Now Solace is the one with the Surge advantage. But it has to be used to cancel off an attack. And I believe Solace is now cheesed up. Not anymore. Burned through that quite quickly. And we're back to an even state.
Yeah, now Solace trying to put on the pressure. Already has 3 back-to-back, though not a great board state to continue this. It's going to have to break. Does so, and Clear Sky now the one with a little bit of a surge lead. Though it is definitely still possible for Solace to dig himself out of this. It's going to stay alive after the surge break. Needs something quickly, just barely finds the options. Going to have to continue this though. Clear Sky was in a position to pressure, but now looks like Solace is going to be just okay. Looks like we have Clear Sky trying to put on the pressure, just low on the board, and Solace, the one now also trying to find something out of this 9-0 stack. It's probably going to have to break Surge though. And Clear Sky now in a position to maybe send some damage, but just playing defensively.
And that is the match for UOFT. But Solace is probably going to play out the rest of this set and see how close they can make it.
Yeah, just a respectable attempt here from UBC. Great stuff. But once again, these players really gave it their all there. It's a tough position to be in, you know, your team relying on you.
Yes.
Solace trying to make their way down, is going to just open up this well, gets a great counter spike, but is massively behind on Surge. And it looks like that Clear Sky is going to continue the Surge build. It's already at 17. It isn't even breaking it yet. Just kind of letting it stack up here. Solace needs to find like a big spike at some point to maybe get rid of this. Oh no, but that deep placement. Oh, this is fatal. Surely. If Clear Sky breaks, yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. That's going to be the match.
Yes. Still quite an impressive showing, taking 3 points off this match from Solace. It's hard to remember in the heat of the moment, but this is quite an uphill battle in terms of TR.
Alright, well yeah, congratulations to UOFT for continuing their playoff run here in what was a little bit of an upset given the playoff seeding, though it was massively different from their Swiss stage match. But great stuff from both teams. We saw a really close match today. It was really exciting. But yeah, UOFT takes it.
Yes. And I think we'll be inviting them on for interviews now.
Right.
Should be from both teams.
Exciting. Alright, yeah. Any interviewers from either team, feel free to join the pending interview channel, and we will drag you in, and we would love to hear your thoughts on the match. If anyone on either team is watching, feel free to like tell your team and let them know they can join pending interview. I guess in the meantime, yeah, my pick'ems bracket is like looking pretty good right now. What's the point differential at the end? Like +4 or something? I think I had like a +3, so like this is pretty good for me. I will take.
For Pick'ems, you aren't just guessing the point differential though. You are guessing like the exact points.
Oh well, yeah, but I think mine should be pretty close. I think I picked 28 to 20, 28 to 26 or something like that, or 28 to 25. But yeah, just okay. I know, it's like, I mean, luckily my pick'ems are still alive and he's like correct like winners so far, so that's pretty good. Okay, it looks like we have Potaflow from UOFT. All right.
Yes. We'll be doing UOFT first. Hello, Potaflow and Gruber.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So just how did you feel about the match? Just you congratulations on winning and advancing further to playoffs. But what were you expecting going into this?
Honestly, I was expecting it to go better, but I think I blundered draft 1 or like the blind pick. But it's okay. Gruber might be him. Clear Sky also is him. Silly Shark showed up this time, so it was all good.
Yeah,
And
very
Luke got
impressive.
his
Feeling
redemption.
great after that match.
Gruber.
Oh,
Taking 6 rounds off of Rivulet, who's UBC's best player, at least by TR. Very well done. What was your mindset going into that match?
Before that match, I was just like, guys, I'm locking in. And like, I feel like I've tried a lot of mismatches in like TL, and I low-key feel like it's kind of like the better matchup for me, even though like it seems like I'm always cursed to get 6-7. But like, yeah, it went well. Like, it still went like surprisingly like really well. And I'm like really happy about how I played. Like I peeped my own PPS mid game. I was just like, I went kind of crazy.
Yes. Your next opponent in the playoffs is going to be Purdue in the semifinals. How are you guys feeling about that matchup?
You know, considering I haven't looked at their roster yet, I don't have a good opinion on this one.
All right, we're taking things one step at a time. That's fine.
But I will say though, like, I definitely do want to get the revenge from last year, because I don't know if you guys remember, but we got knocked out of second place last year by Purdue.
Yes, I do remember that. That was an impressive upset from Element T into Ricky, who is no longer on your team, replaced by Silly Shark, and that is, I believe, a little bit of an upgrade. So,
Yep,
Damn.
we're reformed.
I did also commentate that match last year, so I mean it was kind of an insane watch last year. So I mean I hope it goes well for you guys this year. I would love to see you guys in the finals once again. You are a historic CTL organization, so it's just congratulations on continuing your playoff run.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess we want to pull UBC in for interviews.
yes.
Do you have any more
Well,
questions,
UFT, do you guys have any closing thoughts that you'd like to say before we leave?
No.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week in the semifinals match against Purdue, and best of luck for that. We'll see you there.
Yep, see ya.
See you guys there. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now we'll be pulling in Solace or Sable from UBC.
Hello, Solace. You're muted if you didn't. Solace, you good?
if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
Oh yeah, hello.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
hello.
Yes, hello. Yes, I'm sure this is a bit of a disappointing result to be eliminated in the quarterfinals. What was your mindset going into this match?
Well, we were just kind of saying like everybody give it your best shot. If we win, that's great. If not, at least we tried our best.
Yeah, so just any thoughts on the match today? So just like anything that went well for you, anything that you kind of weren't expecting, or anything that you were expecting and you were just really happy for your team for?
I feel like we drafted about as well. I mean, the draft went pretty much as we like expected it to or planned it to. I mean, it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to close it out. But I think in terms of preparation and stuff like that, we did everything we could.
Yeah, you definitely put up an impressive fight. Despite losing, I think most players on your team definitely put up a solid fight into uphill battles. Kipuru took a point off of Silly Shark, and you and Hyperlink took quite a few points off of Luke and Clear Sky. Yeah, do you have any comments to make about your performance or your teammates?
I'm a little disappointed in just how I've played the entire league generally. I feel like I haven't really shown up like I could or should, but I'm proud of my team for, we got this far, so that's something to celebrate. And
Yeah.
I think we all had, performances worth celebrating in general.
Yes, and chin up, there's always next year. Do you guys have any goals or hopes for the next year? Do you have any plans to make your next performance better than this one?
Well, unfortunately, our esteemed leader, PURDUE, may be departing next year. But I do know we are getting some strong players, so hopefully we can come back even better and put up a better showing.
Yes. Best of luck there.
Yeah, best
Would
of
you
luck
have-
to you.
Do you have anything you'd like to say before you officially exit the tournament?
Well, friendship is magic, but that wasn't very magical. My friend just did to me.
Damn. Yeah, a great performance, and thank you for participating in CTL this year. You're an exciting team to watch, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think we'll be taking a short break, and we'll be having the next and final quarterfinals match between University of Washington and UC Berkeley shortly. I think we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break, and after that, we'll see you there.
All right, thank you everyone in the stream, and yeah, we'll be back shortly.
Hello everyone, we're back with our final quarterfinals match between UC Berkeley and University of Washington. The seeds 4 and 5 of the playoffs, which in theory should be the closest match. These two teams are structured quite differently. UC Berkeley is much more top heavy. They have Nuke, who's up and away definitely the strongest player in this match, and I think Washington recognizes that. In their interview this week, they stated that they were writing Nuke off as a sweep, and that they'd be focusing on winning the remaining matchups. On the other hand, UW, University of Washington, definitely more balanced. That's not to say that they're all the same player, but there's a lower difference in skill between their players than there is on Berkeley. So Berkeley, despite having Nuke, they do have two players, Tin Can and Quiet Resource, that are below the lowest ranked player, Koopa level 18 on University of Washington. So Washington's win condition here is most likely going to be to get wins on these two, Tin Can and Quiet Resource, and then manage to snipe one of the other two players, Aaliyah or Ueo, with one of their top players, especially Grape.
Yeah, Grape here is definitely a very strong player. Would be the strongest player in the lobby by quite a significant margin if it just wasn't for Mute. Yes. So that's definitely something for UC Berkeley to watch out for. And yeah, it's definitely, I believe the pick'ems are pretty massively in favor of U Washington in this case. If I believe the numbers are 21-6 in pick'em predictions in favor of UW. So a lot of people seem to be favoring this Washington squad.
Yes. And it's not difficult to see why. I think University of Washington definitely has the advantage for most of these matches. Aside from Muke and Aaliyah, who's Berkeley's second player, who's a solid X rank, their other players are generally weaker than the majority of Washington's players. But that doesn't mean an upset is not possible. One of their bottom two players could land an upset onto Koopa Lover 18, for example, or Ueo last week pulled off like a 7-2 upset, I believe, against Luke from UOFT, who, as we just saw, was a solid X-rank player. So, we could see another performance like that from Ueo. So yeah, I think Berkeley is definitely going to be trying to make sure that they get Ueo into someone that isn't great, and same with Aaliyah.
Yeah, I definitely would not say this is a free win for Washington. My pick'ems do personally have Washington favored here as well, but anything can happen. Once again, it's a CTL match. We've seen crazy upsets in the past, and today could be no different. It's again like that Muke match, that Muke trump card honestly is like a big factor for both teams to be considering. But Grape, once again, no slouch, and so just hopefully should be an exciting match between the two. And I again suspect that this will be quite close, like the UOFT versus UBC match.
Yes. And I believe these teams are starting their blind picks soon.
Right, so I guess as we wait for that, couple interesting things to watch over CTL. I believe our donations are still open, right? So anyone who wants to donate to the prize pool, feel free to do so. We would love to reach some of our further donation incentives that are, should be very exciting. As well as, let's see, anything else that's interesting. Yeah, we'll be having semifinals and finals next week, presumably, or maybe not finals, but we're still starting on that. Definitely tune in next week for more exciting matches. And yeah, the winner of this match will be going on to fight UCLA, a powerhouse school in the league this year. So, but it would be a great thing nonetheless to make it past this, because that does put you into the position to play the third place match as well.
Yes, the winner of this match will be playing against UCLA A, which I believe every team in their interviews said was a nightmarish matchup. But yes, as Cyan said, there's still the third place match after that against the loser of Toronto and Purdue, which could be a closer matchup. Okay, they're starting with their bans. Okay, yeah, their first bans are Kitsan Black and from UC Berkeley, and Aaliyah from UW. And they also UC Berkeley bans Flower Petal as their second ban, and UW bans UEO. Yeah, Aaliyah and UEO, as stated earlier, are the two people that they would prefer to send Grape against. So it makes sense that they're banning these two players now, so that they can guarantee a different matchup and keep these around to send Grape against later in the match. Meanwhile, UC Berkeley banning Kitasan Black and Flower Petal, who are, I believe, the third and fourth players on University of Washington. So they're probably aiming to, land a win into Koopa Lover or a sacrifice into Grape or a Nomd. I think ideally for them, this would have been a time to send UEO, but it looks like that won't be happening because UW predicted this and banned UEO in time.
Yeah, the preparation from both teams must be very intense for the playoffs in particular. Yeah, you should be running through the scenarios. Both teams, I believe in interviews, talked about how their drafting goes. So yeah, just a lot of thought probably going into this, and yeah, it seems like
Yes.
UW had a good ban, and UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley should also be able to at least. This is probably one of the cases they accounted for, so I suspect that they also probably do still have a plan.
Yes. In both teams' interviews, they both seemed fairly confident that they had a solid strategy going into this match, and not much has happened yet, but I do believe that what we've seen so far does indicate that, since they didn't just blindly ban the top two players or the bottom two players on both teams. They strategically banned the two players in the middle in order to, force, a top or bottom. And specifically UW, banning UEO was crucial here to block UC Berkeley's probably intended send of UEO into one of UW's bottom players. Or bottom or top.
It looks like we have our blind picks. It'll be Tin Can versus Koopa Lover.
Yes.
Both players are in that like mid to high-ish U rank range, only about 600 TR apart, so it could definitely go either way here. It should be a close match.
UC Berkeley is definitely fighting a bit of an uphill battle here, but only a little bit, and if they can land this upset, that's going to be huge for them, since they do still have Muke in the back, and Aaliyah as well, to eventually take down one of UW's lower X ranks. And we're going to be starting up with warm-up soon. And I'll be leaving it to Cyan to take care of the game.
Alright, should be exciting. Would love to see, we'd love to see a close game, and which I suspect will happen, just given, how close the players are. Alright. We have Koopa over here starting off with a PCO. Tin Can just going for this 6-3 stack from what it looks like. With the Lover kind of just, going into this 5-4. Neither one in too much of an advantageous position so far. Though a big 21 spike from Koopa Lover to push Tin Can all the way to the top, actually, and that's going to just be the quick sub 20 second warm up for Koopa Lover with the great spike find. So should be an interesting match between these two. Just to see what happens. Alright, should be hopping into the actual one now. Okay, good luck to both players. Okay, hopping into this, we can see a TKI coming out from Koopa Lover. Tin Can kind of just choosing to cancel the early sends from Koopa Lover. And it looks like a big counter spike over from Tin Can, though, kind of almost catching Koopa Lover out, but Koopa Lover managing to find the down stack that he needed, and it's going to be just fine, kind of stacking their way through the middle here. Did have a slight eye misdrop, but it's going to be just fine, and going to continue working their way down a little bit cheesed up. Tin Can with the great creative L spin, I believe, to get through a good chunk of that, and it's going to be able to open up this well and to continue putting on the pressure. Koopa Lover a little bit cheesed up right now, but should be okay to continue this. And yeah, both players kind of just taking it a little slow in the mid game. Not the one choosing to be super risky just yet. Big spike over from Koopa Lover, 22. The Tin Can surviving just fine. It's going to continue with this counter spike. Koopa Lover setting up a T-spin, but got kind of caught out at the wrong time. That's going to be a quick first round for Tin Can here for UC Berkeley. Right, setting the tone early and showing that the warm-up was kind of just a one-off. Perfect clear from Tin Can into a second PC, into the DPC setup. Isn't going to be able to get another PC off it, but does find a T-spin at least. Koopa Lover just kind of stacking in the middle right now, and going to be just fine here. Building up a little bit of back-to-back so far with a nice S donation. Well, yeah, T-spin donation with the S, and then now just making their way down, all very low on the board. Tin Can a little bit cheesed up, and is going to need to find something here. Just looking for the down stack. It's again cheesed up. Hasn't really had the opportunity to get out of this position just yet. Koopa Lover wanting to put on more pressure, but seems to have just not been in a good board state. Tin Can, though, again still being pushed up, and it looks like it's going to be too much, and Koopa Lover answering right back, tying it back up to 1-1. Great stuff from both players so far. It's been kind of dead even. It could really go either way here. Okay, we have Koopa Lover with the, I believe this is a Hachi spin. Tin Can with the C spin in the middle. And to continue with the down stack. And is now just, seems to be just, stacking in the middle of the board, counting to 4 here presumably, but takes a long time to do it. And now Koopa Lover's putting on a little bit of pressure. It's not a great board state for Tin Can. Does eventually manage to stack through it, and it's going to be okay for now. Yeah, it does find the pieces that they need. Koopa Lover not being able to find the kill here, and now also needs to skim. Is just kind of struggling right now. Doesn't have great pieces. Finally opens up the well. Needs a 9 piece. Doesn't get it, but manages to find some other options to continue this down stack. And looks like they will be getting out. Tin Can super cheese up right now. Needs to find a down stack. The eye placement is not going to bode well for that. It's going to extend the down stack even more. And finally opening up, but Koopa Lover just really low on the board, playing it safe from what it looks like. Oh, it's a great pressure scene from Tin Can to punish that safety. Koopa Lover just left with no resources at the low on the board, can't really find the cancels or any counter spikes, so Tin Can taking another round. Koopa Lover once again with this TK opener, Tin Can with the perfect clears. Open it back up once again. Just looking to just skim it once again. Both players are super defensive, and neither one taking too much of a risk. Okay, we already have Koopa Lover here with 9 Surge built up. So the misdrop is going to force him to break, and kind of just like a bad position. Tin Can didn't really have to deal with a risky position, and it's going to be just fine stacking the way through this. Aggressive T-spin single setup, though, is going to extend their down stack. It looks like Tin Can is going to be alive for now, and is going to find a nice 10 spike. Koopa Lover pushed all the way to the top here. Oh, but the bad misdrops here by Tin Can. Oh, like, just a few pieces off there. Can't really find the down stack. That's Koopa Lover taking another one, tying it back up at a 2-2. Now once again, we have Tin Can here with a C-spin setup for the opener. Koopa Lover is going to open up the well right now. Already has 4 Surge built up, but so does Tin Can. Tin Can breaking first, trying to kill Koopa Lover. Koopa Lover tanking a little bit, but eventually does also break Surge in response. So now both players are kind of dead even here. Tin Can definitely a lot higher, but should be able to make a route of this, though there is a little bit of cheese at the bottom to worry about later, from what it looks like. And now it looks like Tin Can is just at the top of the board, getting caught out here. Big send by Koopa Lover at the right time. It's gonna be Koopa Lover taking a lead. Okay, now we have Tin Can here with the Jigsaw opener for the PCs. Seems to be really favoring these PCs. Despite the season 2 meta kind of not favoring it with all players being massively nerfed. Now Tin Can pushed all the way up, can't really find a down stack with the O placement having to compromise on it. So Koopa Lover with another quick one here. Okay, Koopa Lover once again with this TKI setup. Tin Can probably just going to open up this well. Interesting way to do it. It's going to cost him a little bit of time, though. It's going to be just fine. Now Koopa Lover already with 6 Surge built up. It's going to be able to extend it even more with that mini T-spin. It's going to continue it. Finally breaks it for a 15 spike, but Tin Can in a great position to kind of just tank and cancel it. And so now we have Tin Can putting on the pressure. Big 17 spike. Koopa Lover with the eyepiece, but it's just not enough. It's too much from Tin Can, taking another one, bringing it closer once again to a 3-4. Still in favor of Koopa Lover though. Koopa Lover with this Hachi spin once again. Tin Can, oh, bad misdrops in the opener. It's going to need to skim out of this. It's taking so long to do so. Koopa Lover putting on that pressure. Is this, but honestly, yeah, no, Tin Can's getting out. Just kind of got bailed there. Koopa Lover didn't really find the sends when they kind of needed to. And so now Tin Can just working their way through the stack, is alive for now, but just great pressure sequence from Koopa Lover once again, putting up over 130 APM, and is only 2 away from closing this out. Tin Can probably can't really afford to lose this round. Going to continue the stack up. Actually, no, it's just waiting. Koopa Lover, yeah, the one being aggressive right now. Tin Can just canceling really well. He's an eyepiece, does eventually get it. And now Koopa Lover in a bad position, gets a great 180 fix, but I don't think it's in time. Koopa Lover here just taking too long to make this happen. Yeah, that's gonna be Tin Can answering right back, pulling it within one once again. Okay, and so we do have Koopa Lover once again with this Hachi spin. Tin Can just going for this T-spin in the middle. Is going to open up the stack. Koopa Lover just going to build up some surge. Already at 5. And to just continue to stack up. Already at 8 surge. Tin Can needs to find a response soon. Had a little bit of back-to-back. But Koopa Lover with the big break early. And now is not just, not in a super good position. It's going to just pick him out of it. Tin Can though will probably just do the same. Both players don't want to be too risky right now and just get him down to the bottom of the board. Okay, and now it just looks like Tin Can at the top here though has been really nice stack overall. Should be just fine opening this up. Koopa Lover though just canceling a lot of what Tin Can is sending over. Finds another T-spin to, again, just cancel more, and so, yeah, both players kind of in an even position right now. Oh, this misdrop. Yeah, no, that's going to be another one for Tin Can. Alright, now we have Koopa Lover with the TKI once again. Tin Can just opting for the 6-3 stack. So, ooh, Koopa Lover though with the L placement. That's, oh no, oh, this might be fatal. Tin Can just needs to find a little bit more. Do they find it in time? The answer is no. Koopa Lover, you're finding a quick down stack through it actually. So actually playing really well here. Tin Can is going to now start building up a little bit of surge. Only got 4 there before choosing to break. Doesn't seem to be favoring that surge damage too much. And now we just have Koopa Lover low on the board. Relatively safe though at the very least. It's a really gorgeous stack right now. Does Tin Can survive this? Oh, barely in the nick of time. Needs a couple more skims, but I think is going to be okay. The surge though from Koopa Lover though might be it. Is this enough? No, Tin Can's now the one putting on the pressure. Koopa Lover too cheesed up. He needs to just start skimming, does so, but yeah, it's taking a while to do so. Tin Can doesn't find the kill though, and now it's really anyone's round. A great send there from Koopa, but Tin Can once again with the great defensive resources to kind of hold on to this. Yeah, Tin Can just now trying to put on a little bit of pressure. Koopa Lover, oh, chucking the eyes on the left and just didn't have a mad misdrop of the O in the middle. Tin Can pushes it to match point first. Okay, and so we once again have Koopa Lover that's kind of low on the board right now. And to try to open this up properly, it's taking a couple of skims to get there. And now we just have Tin Can working their way through the stack as well as trying to stack up, counting for a little bit, getting a couple quads off. Koopa Lover also not in too crazy of a position. So yeah, okay, but players just in the middle of the boards. Koopa Lover a little bit more cheesed up than Tin Can is. Tin Can trying to put on that pressure, but Koopa Lover getting to their well just in time, opening it up. Going to keep themselves alive here. Tin Can, on the other hand, is a little bit in a poor position. Finds a couple of good skims. Needs a couple more though. It's just not a good position right now. Oh, barely in the nick of time here, keeping themselves alive. Once again, damn. Okay, this is some good stuff from Tin Can. Keeping. Oh no, but it's just too much from Koopa Lover. And Koopa Lover will take us to a tiebreaker. Alright, a tiebreaker to open up this match between UC Berkeley and UW. So it should be very exciting. These two players super close right now. Okay, great T-spin triple from Tin Can. Is going to just break the back-to-back though, opting to fix the stack. Koopa Lover has a little bit built up, but is just going to send it kind of into air. Tin Can is doing just fine. Alright, Koopa Lover now once again has the surge advantage. Tin Can, on the other hand, is playing it really safe, going to be able to open up this well just fine. Okay, yeah, big skims. Koopa Lover a little bit cheesed up now though, has to waste the eye, but has to continue the back-to-back. Tin Can though, just canceling most of it really well. Yeah, now both players in a dead even position, very low on the board. Right now we just have Tin Can trying to deal with all this send from Koopa Lover, but no big pressure sequence from Koopa Lover, and they'll be Koopa Lover taking it in favor of UW for this first match, 7-6. But it's a great performance from both players.
Yes, very well done from both players here. Tin Can did manage to take it pretty close into a player that is higher TR, so very well done there. Now, I believe the big question here is if UW is going to buy counterpick here, because it is only a 7-6 win, and buying counterpick is usually best on rounds 1 and 3. Doing so would only cost them 2 points, and would put them in the advantage as far as counterpicking goes, since they definitely want to avoid sending their upper players into mute, as I said earlier. Alternatively, they could just keep playing this out and probably send out one of their lower players to get into UEO, or one of their upper players into, Nuke or Aaliyah. Do you think we'll see a counterpick buy?
I would suspect. I don't know. I feel like it's too. A lot of teams are probably just a little bit wary about the counter pick. Seeing it because, it is costing yourself points. So
yes,
I think unless UW is super confident here, I don't think they will. We'll probably just try to play it from here, just see if they can get points here and there.
Yeah, I think especially when it's not round 3, or set 3, buying counterpick is definitely a very difficult. It's a very difficult move to make as the team captain, because you could be dooming your team to lose too many points that they rightfully earned. On the other hand, we cannot, downplay the effectiveness of the counter pick, especially in this matchup. It could be very important. And it seems they're definitely thinking about either that or what they're going to be picking, because they haven't chosen yet.
I think it's you have a little bit of time to think about it, so you can take it and just like no need to rush if it's you shouldn't be making rash decisions. It's playoffs, and I'm sure teams just want to make sure they can try their absolute best to win.
Yeah, it's very good to see teams thinking about their picks, and yeah, especially based on the interviews that they did this week. It seems like both teams are really thinking about things. Unnommed appeared to... Yes, Unnommed is chosen. They're not going to buy counterpicked here. And UC Berkeley has 3 main options here. 1, they can cash in Muke and leave Grape to play one of their other players later. 2, Aaliyah is what they end up choosing. They are playing for the high variance, which I think is definitely something they should be doing. Unarmed and Aaliyah pretty close in rank. And UC Berkeley as the team that is not favored to win, definitely wants to be taking these higher variance matchups to raise the chance that they're going to win the match. Their last option would have been to sacrifice their other player, their lowest player, into Unarmed. So yeah, 3 options, and they chose Aaliyah.
Yeah, it could be what UC Berkeley is looking for, though. It's a quick surge lead from Unarmed already in this warm-up match. And so we do have a big, disadvantage today for Alea. Finding a great combo down stack, though, to keep themselves alive, barely. And is going to be able to extend this down stack a little bit more. Unarmed not really finding the punish. Oh, and the eye placement. This is bad. It's a great couple skims, though, from Unarmed to actually keep themselves alive. Great fix. Alea now, in turn, is now misdropping. And so now the responsibility is on Alea to kind of dig their way out of this. Looks like the answer, it just won't happen. So we have a warm-up going to Unarmed from UW. Yeah. It should be hopping right into the match.
Yes, best of luck to both teams, and I'll leave it to you.
Alright. Okay. Unarmed here with the STPC spin opener, Alea with the MKO into an all clear to start it out. Not getting too much off of the opener. Alea pushed up, had a high, but the mishopping the T-spin. Needs to, just skim a little bit now. It's going to eventually find their way through. Unarmed here with the big fractal setup though in the middle, trying to spike Alea out. Alea though, canceling just in time. Is also going to open up, though it's a little bit cheesed up, and so we'll need a couple more, I guess, just like sends to really push themselves into an advantage, and it looks like Unarmed is going to be just fine. It accepts it really well, and now catching Alea off in a bad position. Alea had the T-spin set up but no T, and just forcing the compromise on the decision. That'll be a quick first round for Unarmed. Okay, and so it looks like we have Alea here trying to go into this LST, though it's eventually just forced out of it by Unarmed's huge pressure sends, and is already massively ahead on Surge. Unarmed already at 11, breaks it. Is this enough to kill? Alea staying alive barely. Actually finding a great sequence though. It's going to continue this down stack, but it's really Alea who's on the back foot right now. Unarmed, not significantly faster, but just really putting on that APM. We also have Alea here with a nice donation set up in the middle into a 7 surge advantage. Unarmed doesn't have any surge built up yet. And so Alea here probably just going to want to be able to spike eventually. is going to be forced out of it though. Anon finding a great spike. That's kind of what you want to see from players in the face of a surge deficit. If you can force a big spike over it can often force your opponent to just break, which is great for you. And now Anon with the surge advantage sends it over, but Alea just barely even feeling it really. Great stuff there. Right, Alea once again just low on the board. Anon a little bit higher up. Finds a quick down stack eventually, and once again still kind of in the driver's seat, a little bit higher APM, but Alea now the one trying to put on that pressure. At 2 back-to-back, 3 back-to-back, 4 back-to-back. Trying to make this build up. Anon though has a little bit of surge of their own now. Alea ahead, but oh, that misdraft SDs. It could be fatal if Anon finds the big pressure sequence. And it looks like that will be the case. Anon taking another round, a 2-0 lead. Anon here once again with this SDBC spin opener into just stacked in the middle here because Anon is sending over a bunch of cheese. And Anon just hasn't really fully cleared out of it yet, still digging through a lot of this cheese and the S misdrop, but it's going to be able to eventually open up the well. It was great stuff there from Alea, but Anon also just finds their way through it. Okay, Alea here, just on the left, eventually opens up the well. Trying to put on the pressure. Anon, though, has a little bit of a back-to-back advantage. Actually, not anymore, and is now pushed up. Has to think carefully about the decision. Eventually finds what they need into this down stack. Alea also choosing to cancel a little bit, and is going to be in a bit of a back-footed position. Just can't really find the cancels or the survival. And Anon took another round here. It's big stuff coming out from Anon right now. Alea really needs a lot more rounds here. UC Berkeley cannot afford to be giving up too many points here. Oh yeah, quick spike over from Alea actually. Finally getting on the board. It's a first round. And Alea just needs a lot more of that. Oh. I guess, okay. So it looks like Anon here is going to continue the down stack, eventually opens up, and is now just in an 8-1 stack though. Needs to skim out of this, does so. Alea canceling from what it looks like, and just Anon sending over a bit of cheese. So yeah, both players kind of just even right now. Oh, but Anon with the element drop on the left. This is the opportunity. Alea looking to punish the washing machine-esque setup from Anon, but it's just still alive for now, but just, yeah, no, eventually Alea finds the pressure sequence. Looks like we have Anon here with a PCO, doesn't go for the all clear. It's going to instead just open up a little bit, building up a little bit of back-to-back. Alea, on the other hand, just trying to go for this down stack combo. It doesn't have any back-to-back built up. But yeah, no, neither player just in too much of a crazy position, just stacking low, getting it clean. Ooh, it's a big spike over from Alea. Anon pushed all the way to the top here, needs resources, just doesn't have the pieces, and that's going to be Alea tying it up. It's a 3-3 after a pretty dominant firster from Anon, so tying it back up. It's dead even between both players right now. Okay, and it looks like Alea is going to just stack in the middle here and get that surge up. Already at 5. Anon here doesn't have any surge in response. Was forced to break, and now it's a big spike over from Alea. Anon keeping it alive though, and is actually going to be able to make their way through this. It's great stuff here from Anon. We're once again with the survival, but Alea now the one in the driver's seat, trying to put on that pressure. And just making their way all the way to the bottom here. Anon doesn't have great pieces, pushed all the way to the top there, just about like one line too far up, and that's going to be Alea finally taking a lead here. And Keys Black making some comments about how color clear should send lines, which is an interesting take, but yeah, I get the feeling. And now Anand here now already have 5 Surge. Alea, on the other hand, is kind of just going for this 9-0. Misdrops the eyepiece, though. This is a big opportunity for Anand. Does Anand find the punish? And the answer is yes, tying it back up at a 4-4. These players are both keeping it super close right now. Okay, Anand once again with this SDPC spin opener. Leia going for this LST. Going to eventually just open up the well, sending over a good amount of pressure, though Anand going to Surge Break into a Fractal setup. Alea just too much, can deal with it, and now that's going to be a lead for Anand once again, taking the 5-4. Okay, and now we do have Anand here with this 9-0 is going to eventually just... Actually, I'm just going to continue it for a second. It seems to want to build up some back-to-back off of it. Alea, though, with the 6 already, this is going to force to break after the misdrop, though. Has some good pressure follow-up, but I don't think it's enough to kill. Oh, actually, no, it might be. And that, yeah, that's going to be it. No, Alea tying it back up at 5-5. Both players keeping it super close. We could just see another tiebreaker, back-to-back sets between players. Okay, and it looks like we have Anand here with the bad misdrop on the left side of the L piece, and can they dig themselves out of it? It's kind of looking tough right now. Oh, and further misdrops are just not going to bode well. But Alea also has misdrops of their own. I think Anand's going to get out. Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, it's another L misdrop. Okay. Okay, we have Alea at match point right now, and Anand with some big misdrops. This was kind of what they lost to them the last round. Is it going to lose the entire set? And the answer is no so far. Anand is hanging in there for dear life. Eventually, finally gets out. Alea here though, they couldn't really find the punish, and that's going to be a missed opportunity. Anand now trying to make their way down. Alea, yeah, doesn't really have incredible pieces for any attack. Anand, once again, misdropping, but is going to eventually make their way through it. Alright, it looks like Alea is doing just fine in the middle here. Just trying to skim a little bit to eventually open up the well. It does so. Anand trying to put on that pressure. Is it enough? Anand has an opportunity here. Oh, the ZO combo misdrop. And that's going to be a tiebreaker in back-to-back sets. This has been exciting so far between UC Berkeley and Washington. As close as it's ever been. Okay, once again, unarmed here with this STPC spin opener. And Alea, just with the 9-0, eventually has to skim through it. Does so. But Anand does have that surge advantage so far. And looking for Alea to kind of just, build up a little bit with this 5-4. Anand, kind of just doing the same. Not the player in too much of a crazy position. Eventually gets forced to break Surge. Alea is going to try to put on a little bit of damage. It isn't anything too crazy. Anand with a slight misdrop in the middle, though, should be able to eventually make their way out of this. So we're looking for it. Alea looking to... Yeah, okay, it does eventually open up. Anand here also probably going to do the same. The Z place... No, the S placement, though. This could be bad. Is this the dagger? And yeah, that will be it. Alea taking the set here for UC Berkeley. Yeah, but it's been super close so far. Both teams tied up at 13-13 here. Though we will have UC Berkeley picking first.
Yes, this is going to be quite an even match going forward. Obviously, both teams at 13 points each. And I believe UC Berkeley still has both Muke, who is their top player, and Quiet Resource, who's their bottom player. So it's really down to whether or not Yuio, their middle player, can take a win, since, assuming no crazy upsets happen, Muke is going to win, and Quiet Resource is going to lose, so it's now a question of, okay, can they position Yuio into an opponent he can beat?
And I suspect it would probably be good for UC Berkeley to kind of just sack Quiet Resource here, because again, losing on the third match is usually not that bad, because unless you pick the next two. So
Alternatively,
maybe...
they could, buy counterpick. It costs 2 points, and doing so would allow them to have better control over who Quiet Resource, or no, rather UEO can play into. Granted, I'm not sure that's a good move here, because the other team does still have Kitasan Black and Flower Petal, who are pretty similar in rank. So I suspect they're going to want UEO to play against either of them.
But no, it looks like it's Quiet Resource, actually. They sent out Quiet Resource.
Well, yes, they send out Quiet Resource here so that they can control who UEO plays against later in the set.
Alright then, so...
Yes, their lose condition here is for Great to play into UEO, and that's what they're avoiding here. And Washington has 2 options here. They can either, sweep this as hard as they can with Great, or they can send one of their other players to, probably still win. The thing is, if they do win this, oh yes, Flower Petal here. Yes, assuming Flower Petal wins, it is probably going to be Grape into Mute in the last 2 sets, which is going to be the highest ranking match in this match.
Yeah, it should be interesting. And I believe we also have Boozled Pie joining us for commentary.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Boozled. How was your day?
Surprise.
I was not expecting to be commentating today, but it's a pleasure. My bad for joining this far in. How's the match been going? I see it's quite close, 13-13.
Yeah, both teams chose very even matchups in the first two. In the first 2 sets.
Oh, 2 TVs. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's been super close so far, so I'm excited to see what happens in the rest of the match. Though Flower Petal obviously very favored here. Let's hop into the warm-up.
All right.
I'll be passing off to you two.
Sounds good. We got some TKI fans here. Double TKI open. And I will say TKI very interesting in this season because you can get punished really hard for using what is usually known as a safe opener if somebody manages to get a good spike off of it. But right now, Flower Petal on this warm-up looking really, really good with this LST, though they do kind of mess it up a little bit right there. They do have a lot of surge advantage. Can they convert off of it?
Yeah, they're still holding it. Quiet Resource is massively behind right now. It's eventually going to scale to a point where there's just really nothing to be done, and it looks like that is going to be now. So Quiet Resource actually has some nice downstack options.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show, that surge timing going to be so crucial in this match. Doesn't matter how much surge you have if you can't time it quite right. Though Flower Petal, with that follow-up pressure and knowing that Quiet Resource is so cheesed up, probably going to be looking for the kill here.
I mean, Quiet Resource are hanging on for dear life right now, though. It doesn't seem like it's enough. It's not enough, but, a great effort regardless. Just trying to play it as well as they could.
I mean, if you're the lower ranked player in this situation, which if you're Quiet Resource, you certainly are, you're really looking to try to get your wins off of good down stacks, good counter spikes, and hope that your opponent doesn't quite use their surge perfectly, because realistically, you're never going to build up a 20 surge advantage against a player that's better than you, especially with this much Glico deficit. But despite that, you're also kind of playing with the knowledge that if your opponent makes a mistake and they have a lot of surge, then you have the opportunity to kind of get a really big counter when they have no resources.
Yeah, certainly. Now we have Flower Petal starting off here with a pretty standard 5-4 stack, not going for a risky opener from what it looks like. Quiet Resource now just forced to lose the back-to-back, and it's just getting kind of speed gapped here. Flower Petal with a quick first round.
And I guess, yeah, I mean, the pressure just so much there. I can imagine Quiet Resource kind of regretting a little bit that they didn't send anything in that opener, so they had no cancel.
Yeah, it's quite tough here for Quiet Resource, and it's going to be a clear from Fire Petal to open against not really that much damage in Season 2, but it's a back-to-back start from Fire Petal. Already has 6. Fire Resource has none to speak of, and I suspect this back-to-back is going to continue to build.
Yeah, this is looking really dire for Quiet Resource. I think if they want to find themselves an advantage in any of these rounds, they need to get in one of these board positions that they're in right now. And oh, they were really close to surviving that. But I think like they need to utilize the clean garbage, because if there's one kind of saving grace for them in this match is that Flower Petal is doing a lot of T-spins, a lot of Tetrises. All Quiet Resource needs to do is get a bunch of eye pieces and T-spins on top of that well, and this match can look really different really quick.
Yeah, let's see if Quiet Resource can kind of adapt to this very different matchup. It's not something you're fighting very often. And now Quiet Resource just coming on the left here. It's going to open up the well. Fire Petal, though, not playing it too aggressively or too fast, actually. It kind of seems to just be wanting to avoid some misdrops, probably.
Ooh, good surge break, actually, from Flower Petal. Pushes up Quiet Resource to the very top of the board, and Quiet Resource hesitates just a little bit. Flower Petal finding the kill, 3-0, looking really dominant right now.
It's just been, really clean from Fire Petal. I think Fire Petal is probably playing this right. Just, you don't have to be too aggressive against a player that's this much lower. So just trying to play for consistency. If you can drop no points, might as well.
Right. I mean, honestly, from my perspective, if I'm Flower Petal, I'm looking to just get Force Surge, send, get Force Surge, send. Make life really, really miserable for the lower ranked player. Force them to deal with all that cheese and get your free wins. Flower Petal finding some great pressure, and Quiet Resource stuck at the top of the board. Flower Petal finds another round.
It's just been really tough from Quiet Resource so far. I suspect they've been kind of biding their time, but the opportunity hasn't really presented itself quite yet.
Right. I mean, you need to kind of keep a certain pace when you're at a kind of skill deficit like this, and unfortunately, Flower Petal doing a really good job of kind of using their mechanics to get a big advantage here. And Quiet Resource, once again in dire straits, they need to cancel really fast. And with that surge break, I just don't think there's any defense. And 5-0, really fast.
Utter dominance from Flower Petal so far. This has been quite tough for Quiet Resource. They're starting off with just another T-spin opener. Flower Petal though has a J misdrop, though it's going to just skim out of it. And so
Quiet Resource, really unfortunate misdrop though, as they're trying to defend themselves, and that's just not where you want to be having that kind of mistake.
Oh no.
Flower Petal does misdrop their follow-up pressure, but Quiet Resource just stuck completely at the top. No time given to fix that misdrop, and this set might already be over.
Yeah, it's a 6-0 lead on match point already. But I mean, this is kind of what we were expecting, given the players who were sent out. But I'm assuming this is kind of what UC Berkeley was.
We are watching a race to the bottom right now. Neither player having a good time with this opening phase at all. Oh my goodness, we're watching 20 APM versus 20 APM.
Incredible stuff.
Get out of that first, and actually both players managed to fix at about the exact same time. So we're back to neutral game here.
Yeah, looks like Quiet Resource is going to open up, maintaining that surge for now. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Quiet Resource though does not make it to Force Surge, but Flower Petal
did it.
Tosses. I was not really paying that much attention. I don't know what happened to Flower Petal there. I guess they greeted for a stack, had 0 canceling, and I mean that round is huge actually. If you're University of Waterloo here.
But UC Berkeley.
Oh, UC Berkeley. Oh, my bad. I apologize for the miscom. But like, if you're kind of in that position, like that round might not seem like much, but that's a round that your better players don't have to take.
Oh, what? It's another one. Wait,
round.
what?
Oh. Okay, I don't know why he became the GOAT. Like, after that first round, maybe getting a boost in confidence here, finally kind of gaining the courage to go for those T-spins, go for those counters, and so far looking really, really good for them.
Fire Petal actually opening with a misdrop too. Might be a little bit nervous right now. Oh my god. Wait, it was a bad position for Fire Petal. Okay, but it looks like they will eventually get out of it. But wow, it was looking scary for a second.
Okay, Quiet Resource in a really awkward stack though, kind of forced to defend themselves here. They have got a decent amount of cheese to get through. Not going to be an easy down stack for them. But Flower Petal still not with enough follow-up pressure, and I think Quiet Resource is going to make it out of this. They still have a little bit more work to do though.
Yeah, they do open up the well. It's going to be just fine. Going to lock for the decent single, and it's going to open up eventually. Fire Petal, though, really low, though, shouldn't be at any risk of dying themselves, and so it should be relatively decent right now.
Yeah, Flower Petal playing really safe right now, not trying to take any chances, and they might be rewarded for it as Quiet Resource finds a really, really rough misstop at the top of the board. They misdrop again. Flower Petal needs just one attack of any kind to kill here, and they're going to find it, closing out the set 7-2. But great effort from Quiet Resource there to steal those 2 rounds at the very end.
Just on match point, that was actually really impressive, and that was some big points from UC Berkeley.
Yes, very well done from both sides. Obviously, Flower Petal for taking quite a decisive win, but also Quiet Resource managing to take 2 rounds is definitely not negligible. Every round matters here, and that's, you know, every round that Quiet Resource takes is a round that UEO can afford to, you know, lose by, or Mute can afford to, you know, drop to his opponent, who I assume is going to be great.
Yeah, that would probably be the most logical thing for UC Berkeley to do, and
Yes.
like we're just waiting on UW to send out a player. Okay.
So looking at these kind of remaining players here, I can imagine that given that UW does not have draft advantage, they're going to need to really hold on to that 5-point lead.
Yes, they are favored in, you know, both, or they are favored, I think, because, you know, they did get this pretty big win with Flower Petal, and, you know, both of their remaining players are higher ranked than UEO, who's on UC Berkeley. But that's, you know, that's not the end of it. UAO definitely can win this match into, I believe, Kitasan Black. And if
Not
this
only is
happens,
this close, I would like to, sorry to interrupt, I would like to point out that UEO is not any random U rank here. UEO
Yes.
is a long time player. They've been around for a really long time. I played against them back 2021, even 2020. Played games against this player. They've been around, and players that have been around that long tend to have either, like, they're usually either underranked, or they have a certain kind of match experience that a lot of newer players might not have. So that might prove to be an X factor in this match if they're able to kind of steal their nerves and win the mental game here.
yeah, pretty notably, UEO won a pretty big upset into Luke from University of Toronto last week. So UC
Yeah.
Berkeley definitely needs to try to win both of these upcoming matches, with UEO into Kitasan Black, and also after that, Muke into Great.
Muke
Yeah,
into
should
Grape
be-
is going to be a really interesting match, actually, because those are both really high-ranked players.
Yes.
Yeah, and I do think UEO and Kitasan Black, even if you're just basing off TR, are actually close enough to where this could happen, and Kitasan Black starting off with massive misdrops on the right side.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
always good to get those out in the warm-up. Better now than later.
Yeah, at least this one doesn't count. I don't think they get out of it. Wait, do they?
Wait,
They
no,
get out.
they might. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, they're working their way through it.
UEO kind of fumbled the kill as well, so if this is a sort of premonition for how this match is going to go, we might have a very, very messy set on our hands here.
Yeah.
As Kitasan Black takes one of the most scuffed warm-ups we've had probably all day. We will see if
It's up
the
there.
set reflects that.
Best of luck to
Yeah.
both players, and I'll pass it off back to you two.
Thank you, Zynex.
Thank you.
Right, we should be hopping into it pretty soon, but yeah, as we saw there, Kitasan Black, definitely a much faster player though, seems to have misdropped early, and UEO needs to be able to find kills there.
And that should take us into our actual set here, first to 7. Very high stakes for both these teams. I believe winner of this is guaranteed top 4, so very much a crucial match, crucial results here.
Alright.
Yu-Gi-Oh opening with a very clean T-spin double opener, very fundamental. Kitasan Black though using the new gen openers with that, I believe SDPC spin that was.
It was, but it was the extended version where you do like infinite SCP for a second.
Ooh, great defensive fundamentals from Yu-Gi-Oh though, staying calm under pressure, counter spiking that, and Kitasan Black stuck at the top. If Yu-Gi-Oh finds anything here, that's going to be the round. and they close out the
big.
kill.
Yeah, no, that's a great first round from Yuio actually. Finds the kill when Kitasan Black was in a bad position. It's kind of similar to what we saw in the warm up actually. But now Kitasan Black once again with this extended SCPC, and it's the new gen openers.
I mean, some of these new openers are just really powerful for that. Oh my goodness, 211 APM straight from Kitasan Black here. And that's why I was mentioning earlier, I believe, that these T-spin double openers carry a lot more risk in Season 2 than they did in Season 1, and that's precisely the reason. You mess up, instant PD spike into the garbage well. And what is this opening pressure from Kitasan Black? They're almost winning the round already. Great down stack, though, from Yuio to stay alive. And we finally have a round on our hands.
Actually looking pretty good here. Has a lot of attack potential with this board state. Gets a great back-to-back preservation, and is going to be able to continue building. Oh, but misdrops the L piece, and it's a surge break into basically nothing. It's now Kitasan Black's opportunity.
Yeah, honestly, both players here playing a very solid game. Kitasan Black trying to be the aggressor in this matchup. Yuio trying to play with their garbage. And at the end of it all, both players coming out unscathed.
Yeah, Kitasan Black probably just going to open up this well a little bit. He's going to get him out, play it a little bit safe. Yuio is going to do about the same, and so neither player too high up right now.
Great down stacking from Yuio, though. Look how clean their board is. If they played this correctly, never mind. They instantly misdrop. My bad. And I mean, once again, we're kind of just in this position where neither player has the resources to really get a kill, right? I think Yuio's doing a really good job keeping the game just cheesy enough to prevent the surge build on the other side. And so we're kind of stuck in a stalemate where I think Yuio's probably looking for a good down stack and Kitasan Black is looking for an opening to try to start an up stack.
And now Kitasan Black is going to build up the 6-3 a little bit, though. Yeah, they're going to go for some all-spin. Neither one in too much of an advantageous position just yet. Kitasan Black had a little bit of surge going, but Yuio is probably going to be able to deal with it just fine, and yeah.
Yuio, though, stuck in an awkward position that does afford Kitasan Black some time to build their surge. Though they do end up breaking it immediately, I think, kind of recognizing that they don't want to play risky with that cheese. And both players not really taking the initiative, probably a bit scared to go for anything too risky here. And this does afford Yuio some time, so they do definitely have the time to downstack out of this. And once again, I'm really looking at Yuio's downstacking fundamentals, and I'm very, very impressed with what I'm seeing. Every single time they have a board full of cheese, they just stay calm and collected, and they find a way out.
And now Kitasan Black is dealing with a little bit of cheese on their board, but is also going to be able to downstack it in relatively clean fashion. And now Yuio is dealing with some sense from Kitasan Black. Already has 6 surge. It's a rare opportunity. Kitasan Black not in a great position right now. This could be it.
Oh, Kitasan Black stuck at the top, and they do hang that Z piece. Yuio finding the win there. I think Kitasan Black, the one time they do go for the surge build, they fall just short. They broke it back-to-back times 3, and I think that gave Yuio the opportunity to kind of go in there and steal the win.
The opener once again from Kitasan Black, this extended STP.
This is such a fast opening sequence, but Yuio doing a stellar job on the defense there, going to completely ward off that attack. And actually Kitasan Black looking kind of precarious here.
Yeah, Kitasan Black is going to need to downstack this. Oh, almost got killed.
This is looking really, really tight for Kitasan Black, but Yuio just a tiny bit too slow on the pressure there. And Kitasan Black does have room to get out if they play this correctly, and they're going to find the downstack.
It's a tough position right now from Kitasan Black, though. Is eventually going to open up now, has a super clean stack. Yuio, though, with the 7 back-to-back and surge built up already, and a massive surge advantage, but it's going to be forced to break. Oh no, it's drop.
Yuio misdrops a piece at the top, and just the perfectly wrong time for that to happen. Kitasan Black finding that small multiplier downstack. And I think that just kind of goes to show that having that surge advantage does not matter if you're not able to capitalize. Both these players, I think, kind of recognizing that surge is a win condition, but it's also a loss condition if you play it wrong. And that opening sequence from Kitasan Black strikes again, stealing their 3rd round.
Yeah, this is definitely been a tough opener for you to do this. It's like, it's worked sometimes, but yeah, Kitasan Black is getting a lot of value here. And it's just continuing. Let's see if Yuio is able to do it.
Kitasan Black, actually, they did misdrop a T-piece on it, so they're unable to get that opening sequence they wanted. which gives Yuio some time to build up a really, really nice sequence here. Yuio breaks at the perfect time. Kita-san Black caught off guard by that extra damage, and Yuio ties it up 3-3.
Yeah, that's that balancing act with openers. You can get a huge advantage, but if you miss drop, it can sometimes just be fatal straight up, and that's kind of what we saw there.
Oh, Albatross from Yuio. Okay, I've not seen that opener in a while.
That's a classic.
Oh, but look at Kita-san Black's board. That's just so good. Yuio really, really struggling at the top here, and Kita-san Black gets an instant free round. And once again, Yuio getting punished for those TSD openers. You open TSD, Kita-san Black just tanks all of the clean garbage, and now they have this massive TD sequence into Tetris. And it's so hard to defend against if you're caught off guard by that.
Yeah, it looks like Kita-san Black once again with this extended SCBC.
Oh, and once again...
But yeah, no, Yuio can survive that. It was just too much.
I mean, again, it's as fundamental as it gets, right? You build an opener, you stack up, you tank, and you send. And right now, Kita-san Black playing that game simply better.
Leo's gonna need to find some rounds here because UC Berkeley's already behind, but wow, this is looking really tough. This opener for Kita-san Black paying dividends once again.
Yeah, I mean, Kita-san Black, I think, just kind of showing that it's not really enough to just play solid defense. You need to play great defense at the exact right moment, and oh no, Yo-Yo falls apart at the last second. And I think that closes out the match, actually. Even if Muke sweeps Grape here, I think there's not enough points left to grab. So Kita-san Black with a great performance, consistency on that opener, and you would not usually consider low X rank to be a rank range where openers just win you the game, but Kita-san Black proving otherwise with a really, really deadly sequence, and Yuio just unable to do anything about it.
And Kita-san Black is now threatening UCLA, saying they're coming for you. How do you feel about this, Cam?
Yo. Okay. Now, on one hand, I don't even want to play against this player because I'd rather play against Muke, personally. But to whoever this individual does end up against, I would just like to say that we have teammates that do know how to defend against openers because they're top 30. So I hope you try the same strategy against us and see how it goes.
Zynex, any thoughts?
Well, I think as far as semis goes, that's a conversation to have next week. Best of luck to both teams there. More luck to UW. I think they're going to need it a bit more than UCLA will. But as far as this match goes, yes, as you guys already said, it is over. But I think we'll be seeing Muke and Grape still play and see if, UC Berkeley can have a last hurrah and see how close they can get this scoreline.
For sure.
Despite the match technically being over as far as the schools go, these two are the best players on both teams, and this is a match that we definitely want to still watch. Take it away.
Thank you. And admittedly, I would like to say I would expect Muke to win, just like knowing them as a top player, and they've been around for a while. This is such a high-paced match. And Grape finds a decent surge break.
Ooh, hanging on for dear life right now. Okay, but Grape does eventually manage to make it out, and it's going to be able to open up right now. Sends over a bit of a spike, but Muke with his mid-game DT cannon.
Oh, great find from Muke, and a pretty good surge break going to find that round. It is a little bit kind of jarring to see the speed difference between last set and this one. These players 3.6, and I guess that's just how the game is played now. Muke, top 40 player, Grape not too far behind. I think low X plus, I believe. So both these players definitely really, really high skill. Gonna keep that pace high and probably going to be ping-ponging clean garbage across back and forth.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. Both players starting off with the PCO, but Grape early misdrop, but it's good to be able to fix this.
Was that a misdrop? It felt almost intentional. I know there's a lot of players that like to waste T out of their PCO. But either way, Grape with a really, really smart Z-spin kick find to keep their surge going. But unfortunately, they do misdrop their T-piece on the right side, so unable to build any surge, and that gives Muke an opportunity to begin his offensive.
But now it's on Muke here with the big surge advantage, but oh, doesn't have a great board. It's forced to break. Oh no, the consecutive miss drops. Wait, do they get the C-spin triple? Oh, they might live this. No, never mind.
If they were a little bit faster and found the I-spin, it might have been livable, but Grape doing a really good job keeping that pressure up and just too much APM for Muke to deal with on that board.
And now we have Muke here with the MKO opener. Grape just stacking 5-4 is going to be just fine here. Going to get a nice bit of spike out. Oh no! Oh wow, that misdrop.
No, Grape completely misreads their board, and that's just unlivable. I think Grape could have been against an actual S rank and still died with that misdrop. I don't think there was any chance. And just sometimes that's how the game goes. You know, you make a miscalculation, and it's just the worst miscalculation God has ever put on this earth. What can you do?
Yeah, this is
really
the
great
reality.
mech hard hook though. Grape doing such a good job with that mech hard, but really good stuff from Muke, finding a really desperate cancel, and both players kind of stuck in neutral. Although I will say Grape's stack looking really rough here. It's gonna take a lot of down stacking effort, and they might have just picked the wrong stack to greed on. Muke, I think, played it a little bit more defensive, just kind of kept skimming till he had a good board, while Grape tried to greed for Surge on a cheesy board, and immediately Muke finds the kill.
Yeah, once again, with the PCO out of Grape here, is going to just be able to unstack this and open it up, presumably. It's taking a long time to do so. Has to compromise on some piece placements. That's eventually managed to find their way through. And it's a great Surge build up for Grape already. Already at 7.
Interesting build from Grape though. They do lose their Surge because of it, and all of a sudden Muke looking really favorable in this round.
It's been close. Muke now at the Surge advantage. Oh, Z misdrop, but it seems to be okay. And Grape is also going to survive this in a big 16 spike. I don't think Muke has the resources to survive this. And yeah, no,
Muke caught on an awkward board, and Grape finds the kill. I'm noticing also that in this set, I feel like both players are trying to look to get Surge, but neither player is actually winning any rounds off of it. I think what it's really coming down to is just fundamentals and who kind of plays their boards better, right? It really comes down to when you attack and how you decide to attack. And right now, Grape greeting really hard on that stack, and Muke just finds just enough pressure to kill.
Yeah, just struggling at the top there is Grape. Just never really got the pieces they needed. And now we have Muke starting off with the much faster opener. Grape just waiting for a second here from what it looks like.
Yeah, Grape fumbled with their piece a little bit, but good news for them, it is still early in the round though. I'm not sure about this commit. Fortunately for them though, Muke also kind of fumbling their stack. I think both players maybe feeling some nerves here. And Grape finds a small early Surge break, but the Surge break might have been too early actually. Muke manages to cancel the worst of it, and Grape now stuck on a really awkward stack, forced to break at ×3, which you never want to see. Now I think Grape's the one with a really rough board to their name.
Yeah, it's super
Grape
cheesy.
greeting so hard. This could be doomsday for Grape if they're not very careful about how they play this. They are building for Surge, but you can only build for Surge so long on a board like this. I think they tried to L-spin that, did not get the L-spin. Yeah, and once again,
live though.
Really good survival from Grape, but their Surge does not amount to anything. So both players, I think, back into what is a pretty neutral board.
Yeah, it's a 13 Surge here from Muke though. Finally, I think probably the biggest Surge we've seen so far. And now Grape though is actually trying matching, and both players just canceling the Surges off of each other.
Yeah, I think neither player was in a good enough board state to properly use their Surge, which is fair enough. You know, you're playing against this much APM in a match that's this high intensity with nerves. It's going to be really hard to play that Surge the way you want to. And both players, I think, finding a lot of issues trying to get the kills they want. And some great pressure from Grape forces Muke to make some emergency defensive decisions. But I think Muke on a really good board now. And it doesn't matter. Grape finds so much pressure. Muke stuck, unable to use all of their clean the way they wanted to. And I think Grape is just getting just enough APM, I think, to force Muke out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, no, it's tied up right now. Both players keeping it super close. Now Grape under a little bit of pressure. Oh, that L misdrop.
That's a really tough misdrop. Good fix, but it just might not be enough. And just so unfortunate that that happened. I mean, it's such a hard misdrop already, I think, in normal circumstances, but against a player like Muke, I mean, how are you going to get away with that?
Yeah, now we have Grape here. Let's go with the 5-4 stacks. And Muke is...
Oh no! Small misdas. But they do manage to find a good fix. Grape, I think, playing really aggressive, probably hoping to use their speed to kind of trip up Muke, who on paper is probably the better player.
Yeah, Muke.
Oh, but what a
26
counter
fight.
from Muke. Great surge usage, I think. Tanking and sending just exactly the way that it is in the textbooks. Always keep that surge, wait for an attack, tank it, and fire off that surge with the counter spike. Muke playing that perfectly here.
Yeah. Oh, Muke seems to have misdropped the opener slightly. Was going to get a back-to-back maintaining fix. And Grape, though, still holding the surge, but also is forced to break. Neither player, yeah, using the surge to really its full potential right now.
Grape just really unfortunate with those misdrops, and just what can you do? You know, Muke playing 4 PPS, 184 with surge. Such a hard position to live in. Unfortunately, I think Grape just being on the wrong end of some of these unfortunate mistakes, and that's really what's making the difference right now.
Yeah, it's a match point here from Muke. Muke is going to open this up, gets a really nice.
Well, that's such a hard
bounce
spin. Grape knows that spin better than I do, but unfortunately, they are down 9 surge. They do have clean garbage though. If they're able to play this correctly, they may get out of this just fine. Muke though, using that surge to the best of his ability, unable to get the kill though. Great canceling from Grape to stay alive.
Yeah, we have this nice STMB cave setup from Grape into this continued surge build up.
Oh, this is so
holding it.
clean from Grape. They do, I think, misdrop that Z piece though, and that does spell the end of their surge, as well as their advantage here as Muke now firing some counters. Grape does a really good job though, canceling the cheese to keep their hopes alive here.
All right, and we have surge once again from Grape. Oh, but another misdrop. Wait, no,
That's
but
not a misdrop. That was a spin setup.
They maintained it. That's okay. Yeah, this is way better vision than me. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those Season 2 classics, you know? Like, if they built it in a different order, it would be more obvious. Oh, great multiplier downstack from Muke, but also amazing defensive play from Grape to stay alive.
Yeah,
and both these players just kind of in their element right now. I'm really, really impressed with what I'm seeing from both. Grape, though, greeting really, really hard for the surge break. Is it going to pay off for them, though? Oh, it just might.
It might not matter.
Maybe just enough? Oh.
Wait.
Oh my god, both players fumbling at the top.
What's happening?
And Muke fighting for his life right now. How is he alive?
Hang on for dear life. There's no shot. There's actually no way. Oh,
and Muke, with the most insane survival we've seen all day, weathers the storm. There is a Grape Force Surge on the other side, but Force Surge is really, you know, not too big of a concern if you're at this level of play. So I can't imagine Muke is too scared of that. Though that 4 deficit is now an 8 deficit, and things are looking really dire. Great multiplier cancel, though, and somehow Grape's surge advantage does not amount to anything.
Yeah, it's just been so intense between both players right now. Muke sending out the pressure, trying to spike Grape out. Grape, though, still alive.
Ooh, Grape stuck in a really awkward position, though, and Muke capitalizes. What a clutch sequence from Muke to not only survive that round, but also come out with the win. Just really showing those levels of defensive play there, and Muke takes the set along with the match 7-3, and UC Berkeley oh wait, not the match. UC Berkeley definitely very happy about that result, even if they did not manage to ultimately beat UW. And there it is. That's the match.
Right, and I think we'll be hosting interviews for the players, so the teams. If you want to get interviewed, feel free to join Penting Interviews. And any thoughts on the match, Zynex?
Yeah, this was quite a close match. Yeah, UAO did not manage to land the upset into Kitty-san Black, which did seal the match. But you know, Muke managed to get quite a few points of an advantage in the end, which again, that set ultimately didn't matter as far as who wins. But you know, it still affects pick'ems, and I imagine it's also a sense of pride for both of these teams to have their top players take as many points as possible off each other. Muke is going to be joining us for the interview now, so let's welcome him on.
Hello. Welcome on.
Hello, Muke.
Hello, Muke. So, impressive showing in your match. I want you to run us through What was your thought process coming into this match? Did it go roughly as expected? And yeah, how are you approaching the draft?
Well, in my plan, the beginning went the same that I thought they were going to do and how we were going to do. We both did a very similar strategy of banning the middle of our teams to force both teams to use our lowest ranked players. Or not lowest, but like close to being the lowest ranked players. I had assumed we were gonna win that match, so I was planning to lose the second round, but it didn't really affect my planning all that much. Either way, I had always assumed the game was gonna be close, and it was quite close. But yeah, unfortunate that we weren't able to pull out a win. A lot of close rounds that time. I was assuming a lot more like 2-7 scores, to be honest, from either their side or our side.
Is there anything you would have done differently as far as the draft goes? If you could attempt this match again?
Honestly, no. No. I agree with almost all my decisions. The only thing that I always question is between sending either a Leo or Yuyo to play unarmed, but I think that went well.
All right.
Yeah, maybe Yuyo. I don't know. Yuyo was misdropping a little bit, kind of unfortunate for the little bit of opener gaming. But I don't think Leo would have fared much better against the opener gaming. To be honest, it's very scary.
Right. Well, I believe this is going to be UC Berkeley's final showing in the upper bracket of this year.
That's correct.
Is there anything you'd like to say as you guys exit the league?
I am hoping my team next year can perform well. We are losing a few players next year, so I'm a little worried on that side. But seeing how well a lot of them played, even if like all my players are, I gotta say their ranks do not really dictate their skills. So I'm hopeful that they're all able to enter the upper league next CTL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess on that note, do you guys have any plans or hopes for the next year other than maybe you guys will pull some crazy pulls from high school, maybe Westell from UC Berkeley.
Forever praying.
But, aside from that, what plans or hopes do you guys have going into the next year?
Honestly, none. One of these days, the UC Berkeley club or Tetris club will be revitalized. But until then, there's not much.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for your impressive showing today.
Thank you.
Your entire team kept this pretty close up until the end. And you especially, that one round with that survival against Grape, that was an incredible watch. And yeah, thank you for participating in CTL this year.
Thank you guys for organizing it. It was really fun.
Yes.
I'm great.
Thank you.
We'll
Yeah,
see you
thanks
again
for
next
showing
year.
out, man.
All right. And then next we will be bringing in, I believe, the entire UW team. I see Pentag also in pending interview. They really want us to let him join despite him not being on the UW team.
Can we bring Pentag?
Did we?
Okay, if you guys really want Pentag in here,
Okay.
sure.
Yes, we need Pentag.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah,
fine,
let's
fine.
go.
We'll bring
Pentag.
Pentag in here.
Hello, Pentag.
Okay, for the viewers watching, this is the entire UW team plus Pentag, who, just to be
No, he's
clear,
part of the team,
is
he's part of the team.
on Purdue, or rather Purdue B.
No, I'm in UW for sure. I'm definitely in UW.
Of course. Okay, so how did you guys feel going into this match? And I remember that in your interview, you expressed a lot of confidence, not only in your team's performance, but also in, your strategy coming into this match? Did it go roughly the way you expected, or were there any curveballs that you had to adapt to?
I would simply say, Berkeley, amazing job with the draft. I was really hoping you would not draft as well as you did, but yeah, I mean, they put up one insane fight, and I'm once again just incredibly proud of my team for standing up to the challenges and, well, coming out on top once again.
Yeah, it seems
Well
like
said.
2 of us didn't play for like a week for this match, so like the missed shot's kind of like crazy.
It's fine.
But
We win. The win's a win. We take those.
yeah, I can't go against my team captain. He'll silence me permanently.
Yeah. And,
Anyways, Pentag, any thoughts?
My team, I'm on your team. You guys did amazing, really great stuff. It's really nice seeing my friends, most of my friends who go to UWs, just seeing the school representing them, performing outstanding today. It was great to see. Great stuff from Berkeley as well, though. But really exciting matches with so many tiebreakers.
Yeah. Would any of you guys, since you're all in here, would any of you like to comment on your matches in particular?
My bad, Horse King. I messed up. My bad.
I don't know who I was playing against. I don't remember your name, but like you low-key went crazy in the last like couple of games, man. What the hell?
You played against Aaliyah.
Yeah, actually
UC
locked in for
Berkeley.
like 2 of those matches.
Yes.
I got wiped.
Yeah, those first 2 sets were really close. From
Yeah, that
people
was
I don't
that
know.
was yeah, that was super stressful. I haven't had to go first at all this year so far, so immediately starting out with a tiebreaker was pretty nerve-wracking.
Grape says GG's to Muke, and I would like to also extend that. Muke, you played incredibly. Your team did well. Your team did amazing. This was really fun.
Yeah, very, very well done from both teams, both in terms of, individual performance and also the draft. I honestly didn't see many decisions I would disagree with. So, yeah, very, very well done on that end. Can you tell me, what was your process going into how you decided to plan out this match?
Honestly, our process was kind of just win 3 this time. We knew that this was going to be close coming into it. We saw that these guys Berkeley is definitely capable of having some pop-off players. So our main plan was just to get in there, do what we know we can do, and get the result we know we can get.
Yeah, like pretty much all of us except for Interrogator are like brainless zombies, and like we just keep an Interrogator in the background like the puppet master. He just like controls us, so we don't really know what's going on. But we can put trust in the goat,
After the tournament's over, if people want, I could publish the pictures of every single flowchart I made for every single match that we've been in.
Wow.
I love hearing about flowcharts.
They are very funny.
Yes, I have always encouraged the use of flowcharts when preparing for CTL matches, and I'm always glad to hear that teams are putting in that effort. And I think you guys and UC Berkeley definitely show that you're doing that. And
Yeah,
so
I agree.
thank you for putting in this much effort into CTL. As you guys are moving on, you will be playing against UCLA in the next match. How are you feeling going into that matchup? And if you have any comments to UCLA, in particular their team captain, he's right here.
He seems to be on a different game right now, a competing game.
Hey, Pentag, any thoughts?
Yeah, Pentag's
As someone who has actually played into UCLA several times, actually, they are pretty strong, but gods do let's
not get too ahead of ourselves now.
Okay. I'm just saying I did take 1 point off of QL, so all you have to do is do that 7 times in a row, and you guys can win. That's all you got to do.
It's that easy.
That might be the strategy.
But yeah, I mean, our goal is to not get 35 owed.
Yeah, all in all, it should
You
be
guys
pretty
won't
easy
get
for
35
us.
owed. I don't believe that. Not unless you draft in a way to guarantee that it happens. I would be very surprised.
We'll do our best.
I'm looking forward to the
All in all,
match though.
It
It should be fun.
35-0 for us pretty easily, so small hopes.
If I get swept live, consider me deceased. I will never
Also,
show
every
my
single
face in
pick
public
would
again.
just lose. Every pick
Maybe
would
we'll
just
play
get
us,
fried.
It would be mad funny
Well,
though.
you know what they say. If you take, if you can take one, you can take 7. So, maybe.
Do they say that?
Maybe
That's what they say about sleeping pills.
that is what Sable I think said from UBC in his interview. So, maybe who knows?
UCLA seems to defy conventional thought, so we'll see if that's the case.
Yes. And then after that, I believe you said that you would be interested in playing against Purdue in the 3rd place, 4th place match, or the finals, whichever one you make it to.
Yeah, probably the finals.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, let's not think about the bad outcome here.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite fun to watch. My actual school playing against my hometown school. It's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, best of luck to you guys. Do you have any closing comments you'd like to give us and to the viewers as you move on to the semifinals?
I do believe
Shoutouts.
Pentak has something to say.
I guess I love you, Anand. Thanks for being my Valentine.
Valentine,
Good luck to all of you for your game next week.
We had some rough
It's
points
gonna
in
be
our
great.
relationship during the bleeding parts. I know my heart was bleeding after that. I think Friday. But yeah, it'll make it.
Alright, I'd also like to say shoutouts to Sketch Purple, Sadalia, and Kyukusha for hopping on call and helping us. That was shoutouts. Good job. Thank you.
Thanks for showing out, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for participating in CTL.
Of course.
All right, and I believe we'll be calling it there. Thank you for showing up, and we'll see you again next week in the semifinals.
See you all
against
next
UCLA.
week.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Goodbye. All right.
I believe with that, we got some people to thank. First off, on behalf of UBC Esports, I'm obviously not a UBC student, but they do host the Collegiate Tetris League, and with them, they have their main sponsors. So on behalf of CTL, we'd like to thank our flagship sponsor, BC Computers, offering premium computer repair services right here on the UBC campus. Now, right here is inaccurate for me, but if you are in the UBC area, you should be very happy you have that, because we at UCLA do not have that.
Yeah, I mean, do check out our sponsors, and thank you everyone who showed up to watch the match today. It's very exciting to commentate for CTL, and thank you all for watching and just enjoying this league that UBC Esports has set up.
Thank you all.
Thank you all, and we'll see you again next week. Oh, also, before we leave, I believe the interview video has been finally uploaded to YouTube, so, check that out when you have the time.
Wait, where? Check it out where?
On YouTube. Here,
UBC Esports.
Let's get a link. Let's get a link.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah, UBC Esports YouTube channel. Feel free to check it out for the interview video. You'll see
Yes.
both me and Cab in there, actually, so it should be interesting.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very interesting to watch during the interview, so do watch out for that.
Oh. Yeah, admittedly, I will not speak publicly about the UCLA A team comms. I think if I do, I might be in big trouble. So I will not publicize anything that happens.
Oh, yeah, sure. And also one more thing, there are currently 8 perfect pick'em brackets so far. So I mean, that's just congratulations to Arithmetic, Mango Lemon, me, Fushinome, Zynix, Rayfish, Cookie, and Koopa Lover for having perfect brackets so far. The fact that like 3 of them are organizers, definitely not suspicious, like at all.
For the record,
Definitely
organizers
not
will
ranked.
not. Organizers are participating in pick'ems, but are not eligible for prizes. You do not have to beat us in order to get prizes from pick'ems.
Oh, that means I'm currently winning, right? Like I'm currently winning to get prizes. Oh, that's pretty. Good.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, let's go. Let's get it.
On that note, by the way, before we head out, I would like to say, if you are enjoying this event, you support all these players, you like what you're seeing, definitely encourage you, if you have some spare change, to donate to the donations link that's, I believe, in the chat right now. It's bit.ly/CTL donations. Next donation goal is the annual meme contest for CTL. Definitely would be great if we could reach that soon, so definitely check that out. And once again, thank you to CTL for hosting. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Take care, everyone, and thank you for watching.